From stately Berglund Manor, you're about to watch something incredible. I'm Kurt Berglund. I'm continuing with an APBA tournament to determine which of my teams is going to go to the Chicagoland APBA tournament this summer. This is, we're almost down to the Final Four. We started with 8 teams. We're almost down to the Final Four. This is Game 3 and it's a best of 3, between the 1975 Boston Red Sox and the 1987 Minnesota Twins. Game 1 in Minnesota was taken by Boston 4-3. Game 2 in Boston was taken by Minnesota 7-5. And Game 3 is back in Minnesota, where Rick Wise will take on Les Straker. And if you look at the cards, and if you look at their careers, Minnesota doesn't have a chance. But this 1987 Twins team is unbelievable for me. It's like every time they need to win, they do it, and they do it in a very improbable way. It's very much like the team was in real life. If you haven't spent some time watching 87 Twins games on YouTube, do it. It's unbelievable, and that's what this team is like in APBA, for me anyway, right now. So, the 75 Red Sox, on paper, should beat this Twins team. But that's why we play the games, on paper. Okay, so let's go through the lineups. This is for the visiting Boston Red Sox. Leading off, DH Cecil Cooper. Batting second baseman Denny Doyle. Batting third, first baseman Carl Yastrzemski. Batting fourth, catcher Carlton Fisk. Batting fifth, center fielder Fred Lynn. Batting sixth, left fielder Jim Rice. Batting seventh, right fielder Dwight Evans. Batting eighth, third baseman Rico Petrocelli. Batting ninth, shortstop Rick Burleson. For the homestanding 1987 Minnesota Twins, left fielder Dan Gladden leads off. Greg Gagne, the shortstop, bats second. Kirby Puckett, the center fielder, bats third. Kent Herbeck, the first baseman, cleans up. Gary Gaetti, the third baseman, bats fifth. Tom Bernansky, the right fielder, bats sixth. Randy Bush, the DH, bats seventh. Tim Laudner, the catcher, bats eighth. And Steve Lombardozzi, the second baseman, bats ninth. The opposing pitchers, Les Straker. In 1987, Les Straker went 8-10 for the 87 Twins. He started 26 times. He pitched 154 innings. He had an earned run average of 4.37, and he was the number 3 starter on a World Series winning team. You want to laugh? Laugh at Les Straker's World Series ring. Yeah. He's a D with no modifiers. For the 1975 Red Sox, Rick Wise was 19-12 with a 3.95 earned run average. He had 35 starts. He had 255 innings pitched. He was their third starter. He's a B with a YZ modifier. The Red Sox don't stand a chance, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's unbelievable. It's Twins mojo. This team is unbelievable. Here we go. Cecil Cooper leading off. Watch what happens. And that's a line drive over first base, past Herbeck, into the corner, and Bernansky's going to dig it out of there, but not before Cooper gets himself a double. Nobody out. One man in scoring position for Boston. Doyle. Ground ball, shortstop, Gagne boots it, Doyle is safe. Cooper does not advance. First and second for Yaz against Straker. The pitch. Popped it up. Tim Laudner is going to take it in foul territory, and that's one down. Carlton Fisk. Fisk, line drive, base hit. Cooper will score, and Doyle will go to third. First and third, maybe I spoke too soon, about the Twins. Fred Lynn stands in. Twins defense plays back for a double play. The pitch to Fred Lynn. Ball 4, the bases are loaded. Okay, starting to rethink my original line of thought. Bases are loaded, there's one man out, there's one man in, and Tom Kelly's looking to the bullpen. Keith Atherton is warming up. Infield is back for Rice. The pitch. Hit in the air to right field. Brunansky's going to make the catch. Doyle tags and scores. Fisk goes to third on the sacrifice fly. Red Sox have men at the corners and a 2-0 lead in the top of the first. Dwight Evans, first and third, 2 outs. Uh-oh, hitting the gap. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. Fisk scores. Lynn scores. Evans gets a triple, and it's 4-0 Red Sox. That does it for Straker, because the Twins have got to get out of this inning, and it's going to be Keith Atherton coming on. Straker gets himself 2/3 of an inning, and he's still got that World Series ring as far as I can tell. Atherton is a D with a YZ modifier. The Red Sox have a crushing 5th run on third base. Evans. Rico Petrocelli stands in. Atherton is a C to face Petrocelli, and it's a pop-up. And Gagne will take it, and that retires the side in the first. But the Red Sox score 4 in their game. The winner of this game goes on to face the 1980 Philadelphia Phillies. Dan Gladden leads off the bottom of the first against Wise. The Twins have some work to do. Gladden hits a fly ball to center. Fred Lynn's got room, and he's going to take it for out number 1. Gagne draws a walk. Puckett stands in. This game's not over. I can guarantee you more than 4 runs are going to be needed to win this game. Pitch to Puckett. Ground ball, Petrocelli. Across to Yaz, and that's 2 down. Gagne moves up to second base. Nope, I'm wrong. I didn't move the card. Puckett singles. Puckett singles to right center. Gagne goes to third base, and Puckett steals second base on the next pitch. The Twins have men on second and third with 1 out, and Kent Herbeck at the plate. Red Sox playing back. They want to get the out. Couple of runs on the bases for Herbeck to drive in. Fly ball to right. That's going to be caught by Evans, and that's 2 down. Gaetti, second and third, 2 down. They need a clutch hit. Watch them get it. Strikes out. Like I said, they're not going to get a clutch hit. After 1 inning, Red Sox 4, Twins nothing. Atherton still on the mound. Burleson leads off. Cooper's on deck. Burleson draws a walk. Cooper. Hits one in the air to left. Dan Gladden's back a few steps, and he's going to take it for out number 1. Denny Doyle. Denny Doyle, that's ball 2. And Denny Doyle's got a hit column. And Denny Doyle just launched one over the baggie. Denny Doyle with his second home run of the series. It's now 6-0 Red Sox. Like I said, the Twins don't stand a chance. It's 6-0 Red Sox with one out in the second. Carl Yastrzemski. Dawzowak. Juan Berenguer is warming up in the bullpen for Minnesota. Fisk. Yeah, steals second. Up 6-0. If I was Fisk, I wouldn't feel too comfortable in that batter's box. Pitch to Fisk. He walks him. That's going to do it. No, it's not. They're going to let him face Lynn. 1 out, 2 on, 2 in. This'll do it. Infield hit for Lynn. The bases are going to be loaded. They're going to go to Berenguer now and hope that he can get somebody out. Berenguer is in. The bases are loaded. There's 1 man out. The infield has to play back for a double play. Rice is Mr. Double Play, maybe of my lifetime. He hit a sacrifice fly in the first. Jim Rice hits a comebacker to Berenguer, who goes home to Laudner, who goes to first to Herbeck, and that gets the Twins out of the inning. But the Red Sox add 2 to their lead, and now have a 6-0 bulge on the Twins. Brunansky, Bush, and Laudner are up this inning for Minnesota. Fly ball to Lynn. That's 1 down. Randy Bush. Hit column. Base hit for Bush. Tim Laudner. Ground ball Burleson. Throw to Yaz. 2 down. Bush moves up to second base. Lombardozzi. Fly ball left field. Rice. And that'll retire the Twins in the second. We go to the third. The Red Sox lead 6-0. I blame myself. Dwight Evans stands in against Berenguer. He walked him. Sure, why not? Petroselli stands in. Nobody out. 1 man on. Rico hits a fly ball to left. That's Dan Gladden. 1 down. Rick Burleson with Evans on first. Hits a fly ball center field. Puckett's got plenty of room. That's 2 down. And Cooper. Ground ball Gaetti, who's going to throw to Herbeck, and that's going to retire the Red Sox. And for the first time, the Red Sox don't score in an inning. We go to the bottom of the third. Red Sox 6, Twins nothing. Top of the order, Gladden. Strikes out against Wise. Gagne. Ground ball, Petroselli. Throws across to Yaz. That's 2 down. And Puckett singled in the first. And he just hit one 9 miles out of here. Right now it's 6-1 Red Sox. Herbeck. Line drive, base hit, Herbeck. Gaetti. And Gaetti Hits a pop-up to Fisk, who's going to take it for the third out, but the Twins get on the board. If they can hold somebody, not clear that they can, but if they can hold somebody, maybe they can work their way back into this thing. Denny Doyle leads off. The Red Sox fourth. Sorry, just catching up on some housekeeping here. All right, Denny Doyle, Yaz, and Fisk. Ground ball, Gaetti. One down. Yaz stands in. Ground ball, Lombardozzi. Two down. And Fisk. Ground ball, Gaetti. A 1-2-3 inning for the Twins. And the Red Sox are out in the fourth. Brunansky stands in. It's Brunansky, Bush, and Laudner for Minnesota. And he just hit 9 miles. It's 6-2. Randy Bush strikes out. Tim Laudner. Line drive over first base past Yastrzemski. Laudner's going to get a double. And there's a man on second with one out for the Twins. Lombardozzi stands in. It's the fourth inning. Red Sox lead 6-2. He walks Lombardozzi. First and second, one out for Dan Gladden. Dan Gladden, ground ball, Petrocelli. Knocks it down, picks it up, throws to Yaz, and that gets Gladden at first, but the runners move up. Second and third for Gagne. Two down. Second and third. Laudner's on third. Lombardozzi's on second. Gagne's at the plate. Puckett's on deck. Ground ball third. Petrocelli cuts it off and throws. And that retires the Twins in the fourth. They pick up one. We go to the fifth. It's 6-2 Red Sox. Berenguer has one out left. Line drive, base hit, Fred Lynn. Jim Rice stands in. He strikes out on a Berenguer heater. That's going to do it for Juan. New pitcher coming in. New pitcher will be Mike Smithson. Who's a D with a Z modifier, but for the first batter, he will be a C, and he'll face Dwight Evans, the right-handed hitting right fielder. Evans tripled in the first. And ground ball, Gagne flips to Lombardozzi, and that gets one, and that's all they'll get. And Evans is safe at first. Two outs, Evans on first, and Petrocelli at the plate. Rico's 0 for 2. Rico infield hit. He's safe. And Burleson comes up. How do they want to play this? They're going to let Smithson pitch to him. First and second, two outs. Evans on second, Petrocelli on first. Pitch to Rick. Fly ball center field. Puckett is going to make the catch, and that will retire the side in the 5th. Red Sox have a chance to bust it open. Fail to do so. Rick Wise back on the bump. It's the Twins' heart of the order. Puckett, Herbeck, Gaetti. Kirby's 2 for 2. Fly ball center field. Fred Lynn is back a few steps, but he'll make the play. That's 1 down in the 5th. Herbeck, 1 for 2 today. Same deal. Fly ball center field. Lynn's in a few steps, and that's it. And Gaetti's 0 for 2. He stands in against Wise. Right field, Dwight Evans makes the catch. After 5, Red Sox 6, Twins 2. Cooper leads off. 1 for 3 today. He strikes out against Smithson. Doyle. Comebacker to Smithson, flips to Herbeck, and that's 2 down. And Yaz. Ground ball second. That's Lombardozzi. Throws to Herbeck, and that's 2 down, 3 down. That retires the side. Smithson gets him 1, 2, 3. Wise back out. It's Brunansky, Bush, and Laudner for the Twins in the bottom of the 6th. Fans trying to get him going. Ground ball third. That's Rico Petrocelli. Throws to Yaz, and that's 1 down. Randy Bush is 1 for 2 today. And Randy hits one to Yaz, who's going to flip to Wise covering for the second out of the inning. And Tim Laudner, 1 for 2 today. And ground ball shortstop. Burleson lets it roll up his arm, and that's going to be an error on the Red Sox shortstop. Lombardozzi stands in. It's the bottom of the 6th. There's 1 man on. There's 2 men out. Tempting to pinch hit here. Very tempting to pinch hit here. Oh, boy. Yeah, they almost have to do something here. Yep, they kind of do. It's going to be Baylor. Baylor is going to hit for Lombardozzi. It's early. It's a panic move. But why not? Don Baylor is going to pinch hit for Steve Lombardozzi. They got him at the deadline from the Red Sox. He had 16 homers. If I roll a 66 at 6 to 4, I got to go for it. Laudner's on first. There's 2 men out. Baylor against Wise. I didn't roll a 66. Ground ball, Petrocelli throws to Doyle, and that will retire the Twins in the 6th. And now I'm going to be in that ugly situation in the 9th inning when I need to use a pinch hitter, and I'm going to have to let Al Newman bat. And nobody wants that, especially Al Newman's mom. Newman will bat 9th and will... and will take over at second base for Lombardozzi in the top of the 7th. And I spent Baylor. Well, if it had worked, I'd look like a genius. Smithson is going to be back on to face Fisk. Fisk is 1 for 2 today. Ground ball, Herbeck, who's going to take it himself, and that's 1 down. Lynn, 2 for 2 with a walk. And he walked again. And so that's going to do it for Smithson. And Tom Kelly's going to go to Jeff Reardon in the 7th inning. Mostly just because he can. And he'll face Rice, so he'll be a B for 1 batter with an XYZ modifier. Lynn is on first base with 1 out. Gotta hold him. Rice is 0 for 2. Fly ball left field, Gladden will make the play. That's 2 down, and Dwight Evans stands in with 2 outs and Lynn on first. And Reardon hit him. Reardon hit him with a pitch, and that's going to put guys on first and second for Petrocelli. Pitch to Rico. Line drive, base hit. That's going to score Lynn. Evans is going to go all the way to third, and Petrocelli comes up with the biggest hit of the series. That one may be the last nail in the coffin. First and third for Burleson. 2 outs. And he strikes out Burleson. But the Red Sox get a huge insurance run. It's now 7-2 Red Sox, and there's 9 outs before the Red Sox move on to face the Phillies in round 2 of my tournament. Dan Gladden leads off against Rick Wise. Gladden's 0 for 3. He singles over shortstop, and that's a base hit. Here comes Gagne, 0 for 2 today with a walk. Puckett's on deck. Ground ball, short. Burleson, Doyle, Yaz, double play. Puckett with 2 outs. Kirby's 2 for 3. He lifts one. Nope, he doesn't lift one. He hits it on the ground to third. That's Rico Petrocelli, and Rico throws out Puckett. We go to the 8th. It's 7-2 Red Sox. Reardon facing Cooper. Fly ball center field. Puckett on the run, makes the catch. 1 down. Denny Doyle. Line drive, base hit. Denny Doyle. You cannot stop that man. You can only hope to contain him. 2 for 5. 2 runs scored. A 2-run dong in the second. Denny Doyle. In 1975, he hit .298. Denny Doyle didn't hit .298 in Little League. He slugged .412, and he had an on-base percentage of .329, and he's killing my Twins. Killing them. Yaz stands in, 1 for 2. Fly ball right field, Bernansky is going to make the catch. That's 2 down, and Fisk. And Fisk hits one. Nope. Fisk strikes out on a Reardon breaking pitch, and that retires the Red Sox in the 8th. The Twins need 5 to tie. Wise is still on the mound. Herbeck, Gaetti, Bernansky. Ground ball first. That's Yaz, who's going to flip to Wise, and that's 1 down. Gaetti 0 for 3 today. Line drive, base hit for Gaetti's 1 for 4. Bernansky stands in. Bruno's 1 for 3. Ball 2. Ground ball, Rico throws to Yaz. That moves Gaetti up. Bush is up with Gaetti on second and 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Bush is 1 for 3. Fly ball left field. Rice has room and will make the catch. We go to the 9th. Reardon's got 1 out left, and Lynn, Rice, and Evans are the batters. Ground ball, shortstop. Gagne is going to throw and get him. 1 down in the 9th. That's it for Reardon. Rice is due. Joe Niekro is on. He's got his Emery board in the back pocket. To face Rice. Rice is 0 for 3 today with a sacrifice fly. He grounded into a double play, but that's just what Jim Rice does. Niekro is a D with a Y modifier, but he's a C because Rice bats right-handed. And he strikes out Rice. And Evans is due, and they're going to pull Niekro and bring in George Frazier, which ought to give you an idea of just how desperate things have gotten. Frazier gets the C back against Evans. He's a C with a YW modifier. Evans is 1 for 2. He walked, hit by a pitch, 2-run triple in the first. Fly ball left field. Gladden is going to make the catch. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's going to be Laudner, Newman, and Gladden scheduled. And if you think those guys are batting, Twins down 7-2. 3 outs from being eliminated. So, time to pull out some stops. Roy Smalley is going to lead off, pinch hitting for Laudner. Gene Larkin's on deck for Newman. Fly ball center field. Lynn's going to catch this one, and that's 1 down. Larkin is going to pinch hit for Newman. Larkin hit .266 with an on-base percentage of .340 in 1987. And he strikes out against Wise, 2 down. And Gladden is the last gasp for the Twins. Line drive, base hit, over shortstop. Gladden's on again. Twins are still breathing. Gagney's coming to the plate. Gagney's 0 for 3 with a walk. Puckett's on deck. And Wise hit Gagney with a pitch, and the Twins are still alive. Puckett coming to the plate. If he gets on, it's Herbeck. And if Gaetti gets to the plate, Gaetti will be the tying run. I like that. I like the chances there if they can keep this thing going. Wise is in trouble. The Red Sox don't have much in the pen, but they're going to go to Drago because I got a feeling Drago can close this thing. Puckett. I think Daryl Johnson would go to Drago, and so I'm going to go to Drago too. Drago is a C with a Y modifier, but now he's a B because he's facing Puckett. Herbeck is on deck. Gaetti is in the hole. Let's see if Kirby can keep it going. Fly ball center field. Fred Lynn is going to catch it. And when it comes down, the Red Sox will advance. The Twins will go home and look at their World Series rings that the 75 Red Sox don't have. So I blame myself. I put a huge, huge jinx on the 87 Twins by saying what I did before the game started. I blame myself. But the 75 Red Sox advanced to play the 1980 Phillies on one half of the Final Four bracket to see who goes to the Chicagoland tournament. The other half of the Final Four bracket will be made up of the 92... Oh, nope. Got to play that out. We're not that far yet. So it's going to be the 86 Red Sox against either the 99 Mets or the 92 Braves on the other side of the Final Four. Thank you for joining me. 7-2 Red Sox win. We can do the totals for the victorious 75 Red Sox. 7 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. How did they not score more runs? They had base runners all over the place. And they made 1 error. The Twins scored 2 runs on 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. And they made, I want to say 1 error. Yep, Gagne made an error in the first inning. And that'll do it. Rick Wise wins it. Dick Drago does not earn a save. Les Straker is the losing pitcher. Thanks for joining me. We're going to continue with more APBA baseball to see who gets to go to Chicagoland. We got a ways to go, but it's been fun so far. My Twins are going home. Have a great night, everybody. So long, everybody. Oh, and please click like and subscribe to my channel for more APBA baseball. So long, everybody.